Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Monday, August 8, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Toronto Blue Jays vs Baltimore Orioles. AL East rivals will open a crucial 3-game series on Monday night when the Toronto Blue Jays visit the Baltimore Orioles at Camden Yards. Toronto owns the top AL wild card spot at 60-48 after splitting a 4-game series with the Minnesota Twins, including a 3-2 triumph in extra innings on Sunday to cash in as a -173 favorite. Baltimore took 2 of 3 from the Pittsburgh Pirates, but missed out on a sweep with an 8-1 defeat on Sunday as a -181 favorite and is now 2 games out of a wild card spot at 56-52. Our team pick is Orioles for the win. And here is why. While Toronto was cooled off somewhat from its previous red-hot pace, it still managed to split with the first-place Twins thanks to a 10-inning triumph on Sunday. Bo Bichette opened the scoring with an RBI double in the second before Lourdes Gurriel Jr. added an RBI single the next inning, and while Minnesota tied things late, the Blue Jays got the win on Kevin Biggio's sacrifice fly in the 10th, that including a controversial call at the plate. Kevin Gausman tossed 6 scoreless innings, allowing 6 hits and no walks, while striking out 5. Jordan Romano was charged with a blown save for allowing 1 run in 2 innings, but still earned the win. Teoscar Hernandez had a multi-hit game, including a double to help the offense. Despite the strong record, Toronto is down a big amount on the money line for the season, while going 49-59 on the run line. Overs are 56-51-1 for Toronto after Sunday's low-scoring game snapped a run of 3 straight overs. Despite selling at the trade deadline, the Orioles just continue to hang around in the wild card race, although they were blown out on Sunday as they couldn't complete the sweep of the Pirates. Jorge Mateo opened the scoring with a solo homer in the 3rd, but the Pirates went up for good in the 5th inning and dominated the rest of the game. Spencer Watkins took the loss, allowing 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 walk, while striking out 5 across 5.1 innings of work. Mateo had 2 of Baltimore's 4 hits in a tough afternoon for the offense. No team has been more profitable for bettors on the money line, with the Orioles going an outstanding 70-38 on the run line. Overs are 49-53-6 for the Orioles, with just 1 of their last 6 games going under the betting total. The Orioles aren't going away this season as they continue to exceed expectations, and this is a favorable pitching matchup to open a huge series in front of what should be an energetic crowd. Kikuchi's command hasn't been there all year, and the Orioles' bullpen advantage will prove crucial going up against a loaded Toronto offense. After showing flashes of great stuff while never quite putting it together in Seattle, the change of scenery hasn't done much for Kikuchi, who has just a 139 FIP while walking a whopping 13% of opposing batters. Another issue is he can't go deep into games at this point, and the Blue Jays are only a middling bullpen by most stats. The Orioles can afford to pull Isles early if needed, as this deep bullpen leads the majors in reliever WAR, while ranking 3rd in ERA. Toronto is the better team overall, but Kikuchi can't be trusted, and the Orioles just keep winning in what was supposed to be a rebuilding year. Our total pick is over 9. And here is why. The total has finished over in 14 of Toronto's last 19 games played on the road against a team with a winning record, and in 27 of the Blue Jays' last 37 games against a team with a winning record. Baltimore has had the total finish over in 4 out of the last 5. Toronto generates plenty of runs as the Blue Jays are 5th in runs scored in baseball. Cincinnati Reds vs New York Mets. The red-hot New York Mets welcome in the Cincinnati Reds on Monday night to kick off a 3-game series in Queens. The Mets come into this series flying high after knocking around the second-place Braves over the weekend. The Mets took 3 of 4 games and are now 6.5 games up on the Atlanta in the NL East division. The Reds come in sporting a modest 2-game win streak and are 6-4 in their last 10 games. Our team pick is Mets -1.5 runs. And here is why. The Cincinnati Reds were not supposed to be this formidable after trading away 2 of their best starting pitchers, 2/3 of their outfield and team's leading home run hitter over the past week. Strangely, someone forgot to tell the Reds that. Over the weekend, Cincinnati took 2 of 3 games from the Brewers, knocking the Brewers out of first place in the NL Central Division. The series win over the Brewers marked the 3rd straight series win for the Reds, their best stretch of the season. On Sunday, Graham Ashcraft, filling in for yet another Red starter out of action Hunter Green, who was placed on Illinois before the series, scattered 4 hits over 5.2 innings to keep the game close. The Reds took the lead on a sacrifice fly by Donovan Solano in the 10th to secure their 8th win in 10 games. Don't look now, but the Mets may once again be the toast of New York. After starting the season on fire, the Mets took a backseat as the Yankees took their usual place atop the headlines. Following a weekend in which the Mets throttled the Braves in 3 out of 4 games and an 11-2 run, the Mets now find themselves with an identical 70-39 record with the suddenly floundering Yankees. More importantly, the Mets have built a 6.5-game lead over the Braves in the NL East. On Sunday, Citi Field was electric as Mets ace Jacob deGrom made his first home start of the season. deGrom went 5.2 innings and allowed just 1 hit, a 2-run home run by Dansby Swanson, while striking out 12 batters and throwing just 76 pitches. A healthy deGrom would give the Mets the best 1-2 pitching combination, along with Max Scherzer, in all of baseball. While the Reds have been effectively playing the role of the little engine that could, this is rather daunting mismatch. Bissett has been one of the Mets' most consistent pitchers this season and will be pitching in front of a team that is playing its best baseball since the start of the season. The Mets are also 12-5 against the NL Central this season and are now 33-17 at home this season. In addition, the Mets are 39-17 against teams that are under .500 this season. For the Reds, they will turn to a pitcher that hasn't pitched in a game since mid-June because of shoulder issues. He will certainly be under a tight leash in this matchup and will have to turn this game over to the Reds bullpen before too long. Cincinnati's bullpen has the worst ERA in baseball and has allowed the 2nd most home runs. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs. And here is why. These teams have been doing incredibly well since the All-Star break, as Cincinnati is 7th in the majors with a 3.32 team ERA in their 15 games, while New York is 11th in the sport with a 3.63 team ERA during their 15 games since then. The BABIP is struggling a bit on one side of things, as the Mets are 3rd in the majors with a .346 BABIP in their last 7 days, while the Reds are 28th in that stretch with just a .239 BABIP. The under is 4-0-2 in their previous 6 games played in Citi Field, so go with the under in this matchup as well. Washington Nationals vs Chicago Cubs. The Washington Nationals face the Chicago Cubs, with both teams looking to improve from awful seasons. The Nationals have a 36-74 record and are on a 5-game losing streak to give them the worst record in the majors, while the Cubs have a 43-64 record and, having lost 7 of their last 10 games, are in last place in the National League Central Division. For the upcoming game, the Nationals will turn to Anibal Sanchez, who has allowed 10 runs in his last 2 starts, as their starting pitcher, while the Cubs will turn to Keegan Thompson to start the game. Our team pick is Chicago Cubs minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. The Nationals will have Anibal Sanchez make his 5th start of the season. Sanchez had more trouble in his latest effort, conceding 5 runs, 4 earned, in 5.1 innings against the Mets, and was tagged with the loss default to 0-4. The veteran right-hander has struggled in all 4 outings this season, conceding 18 runs, 17 earned, in 20 innings, resulting in a horrible 7.65 ERA and a 1.50 WHIP. Sanchez has strong numbers against the Cubs in his career, posting a 5-2 record and a 2.94 ERA. Keegan Thompson will take the mound for the 23rd time to open the series. Thompson was clobbered last time out, squandering 5 runs including 2 home runs in 4.2 innings against the Cardinals, and was hit with a loss to dip to 8-5 on the season. The young right-hander has been one of the few bright spots on the squad from a pitching standpoint, logging a 3.48 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP in 93 innings of work. Thompson has tossed 1.1 scoreless innings in his young career against the Nationals. The Nationals continue to struggle, losing 7 out of their last 8 games after they were issued an ugly 4-game sweep against the Phillies on the weekend. Meanwhile, the Cubs are playing well at Wrigley Field, where they have won 5 out of their last 6 clashes. Nats starter Anibal Sanchez has been lit up in all 4 outings this season, surrendering 18 runs including 6 home runs in 20 innings of work. Furthermore, the Cubs have their best starter in Keegan Thompson on the hill. He posted a stellar 2.57 ERA in July and is especially difficult to solve at home, where he is sporting a 5-2 record and a remarkable 2.50 ERA. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. And here is why. Both lineups have struggled throughout the season, making it easy to think that the upcoming game will be a low-scoring one. However, both the Nationals and the Cubs lineups look to step up and drive in runs against 2 struggling pitchers. The Nationals should plate base runners throughout the game against Keegan Thompson, who allowed 5 runs in his last start with Luis Garcia, Yadiel Hernandez, and the rest of the lineup making contact and rounding the bases. The Cubs should run up a score against Anibal Sanchez, who has allowed 18 runs in 20 innings, pitched with Wilson Contreras, Ian Happ, Christopher Morel, and the rest of the batting order, making hard contact and swinging for the fences to drive in runs at will. The over should cover in a high-scoring game with both lineups stepping up.